gel in it.
Yeah, I mean,
those days are long gone for me.
If I knew I was going to lose my hair at the rate I have, I would have done something a little more special with it when I had it.
Oh, there's still time, Richard.
We can brainstorm here after the game.
Still time. Here's Murninghoff. That won't go.
Yeah, this is the point of the game in these exhibitions or these types of games with the blowout where, as a coach, you don't want things to get sloppy. Stay within yourselves. It's continue to get better. And sometimes it can be a hard sell for guys when you're up by this much. But for a guy like Sarbaugh, Murninghoff, Kaida, this is an opportunity to do something to distinguish yourself and kind of plant the idea in coach's mind that, hey, maybe I can get something out of this guy on a regular basis.
But you want to do it in the team setting.
No, I know, exactly, no.
I've been on plenty of teams in the NBA where guys take this opportunity to go one-on-one, and you stand out like a sore thumb in that setting. So you always want to try to play your best in a concept right now.
Matisse Kaida. The open three.
Matisse can improve that jump shot. We saw him last year, just spurts, a handful of games where he had an impact. He's a good athlete, big kid. He needs to improve his game all around, but what sophomore doesn't? But his jump shot was really the weakest part of his game last year. If he can knock down those open shots, that's going to be a real benefit for him.
And we have a foul called here in our final timeout. 2 minutes and 40 seconds to play. Gonzaga leading Carroll College 83-47. This portion of the game brought to you by Numerica Credit Union. Open your Gozags checking account only at Numerica Credit Union. Details at banklikeabulldog.com. Well, 2 minutes and 40 seconds to play. 13 Zags have scored in this game.
The one
Does that leave
negative,
anybody over? I don't think it leaves anybody over there who hasn't scored. Sauerbaugh has yet to score.
just checked in. The one negative that I see, though, is Gonzaga's field goal percentage in the first half was very good at 62%. In the second half, it's gone down at about 36%. But, you know, why is that? Are they not finishing at the rim? Are they not running offenses crisp?
Well, I think part of it, you see this, you know, you come out in the first half of these types of things, you're so jacked up, excited to be out there, and cuts are a little crisper than they might be otherwise, and you come in the second half, and, you know, you've seen some bunnies missed inside from Rob, Elias, and Sam in particular, and a lot of threes. You saw a lot more threes here in the second half than they did in the first half as Murninghoff knocks down a three, and that's exactly what he does. But I think there's always a letdown here in the second halves of these games, and that's part of the process of a team is growing as a unit, is being able to consistently maintain the effort and the consistency as far as production's concerned, and that'll come with time. How about that?
There's a nice finish.
That's a great move up top.
That's like
Anguinus.
About the third time he's done that, taking the ball to the rim.
He's impressed me with his handle tonight.
He's smooth with the ball.
He's shown a lot better ability to get into the paint and create tonight during the game as compared to how he looked in practice the couple times I've seen him. Great steal there.
Yeah, nice
There's a double-double for Spangler. 10 points, 11 rebounds.
That's the way to start off your college career, huh?
Yeah, not a bad day, huh?
Well, unfortunately, the numbers won't count. But in spirit, it's been a great game
on the
for
floor.
him. And he picks up the loose ball. Here's Kaida. Can he finish? Whoopsie-doo.
Good hustle. Good hustle, getting on the floor.
Minute 10 to play.
That's something Gonzaga has done tonight that has been consistent. That is defensively, for the most part, they've done a nice job getting on the passing lanes, trying to make things difficult for Carroll College, and as a result, they've had a number of easy buckets in transition.
Time to announce our Subway sub of the game. For the month of October, any regular footlong $5 from the fan favorite steak and cheese to the chicken bacon ranch. Join the celebration before it's too late. Only at Subway. Eat fresh. Tonight's sub of the game, Mr. Spangler. 11 points. I'm sorry, 10 points, 11 rebounds, 2 blocks, 1 steal.
Not a bad night.
What else can you do in this game? Nice job. Way to get it going here. There's Jones banging it in. The Saints with 51 points. And the fans chanting, this one's over.
Nice curl screen, the curl cut off the down screen. Good read from Kaida, and a nice delivery on that pass from Sarbal. That's an easy 2 points.
Great thing from Kaida there is he saw the big underneath there. He didn't try to take it all the way to the right. He shot that little 8-foot floater. That's a very important shot in the game of basketball.
For a guard, you don't see that very often. Too often guys try to get themselves all the way to the rim, and you know, you see it a lot with post players. You know, you got catch the ball at 6 feet. Do you really need that extra 2 feet? Just turn and get yourself a jump hook. And make your life a little easier. Nice play from Kaida.
And that's going to do it. Well, guys, exhibition. Impressive win, though, in the way they played. 13 Zags score. How about some general thoughts? Mark Few happy after this game?
I think he's extremely happy for the fact that everybody who went in there tonight contributed, especially his young guys. Pangos and Spangler for the young guys really, really looked good tonight.
Yeah, I think you have to be happy. You know, first time you see a lot of these new faces, new guys under the bright lights. I think they responded well. What was impressive to me with those young kids was they didn't seem rushed, even though Carrol College is not the kind of talent they're going to be playing against here in a week and 2 weeks. That's, you know, transferable, that approach, and I thought it was really impressed by, like you said, Spangler doing things, a lot of little things, didn't need the ball to be effective, and Pangos as well really stepped out, or rather stood out.
Time to announce tonight's player of the game presented by A to Z Rental. No job is too big or too small. With 7 convenient locations, we rent everything. Let A to Z Rental be your most valuable player for all your rental needs. Player of the game tonight, Elias Harris. 13 points, 9 rebounds, 6 of 7 from the floor, a couple of steals, 1 block. Most of that work done in the first half, gentlemen. Mark Few's going to want this guy to get off to a quick start this year. It seems, I know he was injured starting last year. His confidence really suffered, and he had a hard time getting him back into the last month or 2 of the season. This year, they want him off quickly. Well, he has to get off quickly.
You know, it struck me last year with Elias that I don't think he'd ever been through that type of injury. You know, as a player, that's part of the learning process is being able to determine if you're hurt, you're injured. How do you deal with pain when you're playing out there? How do you practice with pain? I think that was part of his process, and it took him a long time to get things going. But if you look the way he ended the year, did a tremendous job in the tournament, nearly 17 points per game, 8 rebounds, and shot about 65% from the field. So we saw the Elias Harris that you expected, just not as consistently as you would have thought you would have seen him, given his freshman year, which was so impressive.
Well, I'm sure what happened last year after the season was over was I'm sure the coaching staff challenged him. How good do you want to be? And from seeing or hearing what the coaching staff's been saying about him through the first couple weeks and seeing what he did tonight, I think he took that message to heart and really improved himself.
And it's not, go ahead, Greg.
It's not just about. This program has gotten to the point where you just can't say, you don't have to just say to a kid, how good do you want to be? It's how much money do you want to make? I mean, you can say that now to a kid. How much money do you want to make?
Well, you got pros out there. You know, guys who are going to, I mean, maybe it might be Europe. There's good money over there. It's a phenomenal experience. We've had a ton of Zags go do that. And obviously the league, we've had success with Dan, had a great career. Look at Blake Stepp was right there outside of an injury, would have been in the league. You look at Ronnie's made a career for himself at that level. Adam was at that level, looks to get back there. So you had that success. You've had guys make that transition, and I think that's a big selling point. Hey, look, you have an opportunity to provide for yourself and your family, not only financially, but you also have a chance to have a very unique experience. What do you want to do for it?
But it's a byproduct of finding you something that you love and working your butt off to become as good as you can at that.
They wanted me to be a professional nuclear physicist, and I turned it down. It just didn't interest me. There was big bucks waiting for me, I promise. Heister, Dickow, Fox, game number 1 in the books. Gonzaga wins at 95-51. So long from the McCarthy Athletic Center.